Green Room Radio. I'm here with my compadre,
Domo Monster.
We got,
can I have some cocaine?
yeah, I've heard we got cocaine in the building.
Can we do that live on camera?
One of my favorite things to do. We got Matt from the company
Slurp.
Cocaine that we've been speaking to now for a year. We want to know where the fuck our sponsorship is.
We're still working on that right now.
Still working on it.
Oh, yeah. But it's coming. It's coming.
Okay, so let's go just from the start. What I looked up cocaine a little bit. I kind of caught the whiff of how it came about and what happened. If you could just kind of explain a little bit about what happened. And
so the original cocaine drink came out sometime 2007, 2008, something like that. Different gentleman owned it. He was an older gentleman, not to get into too many details because it's a long, boring story. But
because he's not important.
No,
was he
not anymore?
Was he Indian?
No, I don't think so.
No, he's a white guy.
Yeah, he's an older guy.
Fucking white guys, man.
In 2008, when the economy turned down, apparently he had made a bunch of investments. I don't know specifically what they were, but made a lot of money. Didn't want to fool with the beverage sector anymore, because he was making a lot more money flipping land and stuff like that. So kind of left it running. Had a few people, a couple that are still there that still help out. Left it running, so kept going. After a while, there was federal lawsuits over the name. The government says, "Oh no!"
So this was the government in Atlanta having the issue with it?
No, this had nothing to do with Atlanta at the time. This was all up in the Northeast somewhere.
Northeast. What is the state?
It'd be
Northeast.
I'm assuming they were around New York City.
Okay, so you weren't with the company at that time?
No.
Okay.
This was totally different ownership back then.
Okay.
And so federal suits, so that gets locked up in federal courts for I think going on a dozen years. And so finally, after the lawsuits, the name cocaine wins, all of them.
As it should.
Yep.
And people are wide awake. They ain't fucking around.
Yeah. Judicial system, finally looked
So
at
it
the
wins
government.
where? In New York and
Whatever federal
just
district
whatever
court it finished up in, which we have all that paperwork and everything.
It's kind of a silly thing. I mean, when you think about it, like people want to have a problem with that, but it's kind of silly. Like, we were talking earlier, about, just like, hey, I need energy. I take an Adderall. Yeah. So if you called an energy drink an Adderall, I mean, it is what it is. It's an upper. So, I mean, for people to just see cocaine on a can and know that it's an energy drink, like, to me, that means upper. I mean, that just means, that's all it means. And it's just crazy that, an actual federal judge would be like, I need that shit off the shelf. Like, it's nuts.
And the rumor is, I don't have facts on this, but the rumor is actually the AG of the United States that brought it up.
That's an Attorney General?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why it got.
And then here's the thing: how the fuck did it get to him?
That's
what he could have.
At the time, when all
this
this came out, you can actually look it up on YouTube and whatnot. The guys that owned it at the time were on all the major news networks doing interviews, with the name in the background. But it just kind of died out. The buzz did. Stayed in court for I think it was literally 10 to 12 years. And so here a few years ago, all those cases got settled. One.
So for 10 to 12 years, everything just went stalemate?
Yeah, they were still producing it, but on a very, very small scale because they didn't want to cause any, flutters.
Yeah, I was reading something. Was it called No Name?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought I read that they had to, for a temporary fix at the time, I thought they named it No Name.
Oh, they may have done that.
I could be wrong, but so they just scaled down basically.
Yep, scaled way down, sold to places
kind of like underground.
Yep, kind of obscure. Still all out in the open. But just kind of scaled it down so to not make splashes. Well, after all these cases got settled, my boss started looking at it, and after it was all done, he was like, "Hey, I got a chance to pick up this name. It's controversial, but could be good product. So." He worked on it, finally closed it, and so.
And was he in the beverage industry to begin with?
No, mostly what he had done is he started by making phone cards. Back in the day when you would make phone cards so people could call their home countries. Which whatever country.
Hey,
it might
that
be.
was right there with that ear buster.
Yeah.
You remember that fucking
Ear
thing?
buster? What's that?
And they had these little things that you would put in the ear of your cell phone because they said if you fucking were on your phone too much, it would cause radioactive things. Some dipshit who actually owns Red Rooster here at Green Door, same concept.
Yeah.
He fucking told the guy, "Here's the keys to the place," and he ran off with all the money for the phone ear buster. But
wow.
So he was in phone cards, which is massive back then. I remember.
Oh, massive. So built a good business doing phone cards. Then he expanded into doing Kratom. And now,
okay.
Now
we hear
that's
Kratom. Kratom's a slippery slope. We heard,
yeah,
it's getting better.
Yeah, it's definitely a gray market. There's several states where you can't have Kratom, but most of them, as long as you don't abuse it, like anything else, it's fine. I mean, it's a natural product. Comes from the earth. Southeast Asia, we still sell a lot of it. Called Bliss Extra, by the way. Throw a little plug out there for the Bliss Extra.
Yeah, I don't
Kratom plug.
Yeah, I don't even. I mean, I've been hearing about this Kratom.
I think I've heard that a lot of people who had addiction problems, it's a good thing to kind of transition to help them.
Supposedly, it attaches to a lot of the same nerve receptors as like opioids.
Okay.
So it kind of got started. People would use it to wean off of the opioids. And I don't know if I'm saying that word right.
Oh, no, it sounds weird.
It sounds even weirder.
I just remember in Vegas when they're like, "You got an opioid problem? Call this number."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Why? So you can go to jail?" And be like, "Where you get your shit?"
Yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a lot of people used it for that. I played a lot of football in my younger days, so I have bad ankles. So I actually take a little bit every morning just for pain.
Of Kratom?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So is Kratom like, so is it basically like, I look at it like when this CBD came spilling out, I totally believe that there's completely bullshit CBD and then there's probably shit that was good and probably shit in the middle. Yep. But you never know because everybody's trying to get that profit margin. Yeah. So is that how Kratom typically?
Kratom's been around for a pretty good while. A lot of people try to jump in it, make some money, and get out. Farouk, my boss, he's been in it for quite some time, and he's bought from the same supplier ever since I've known him. In fact, if there's ever for some reason, I guess to say the word reason again, if there's ever a reason that we can't get from that supplier, we'll wait until we can get it again, just so it stays consistent. We know where it's coming from. He's very, very good about that kind of stuff. But it does have some benefits. I mean, it's a good product.
I heard it helps you focus.
Yeah, it can help you focus. Can help give you energy.
Listen, they say that about Adderall, and the thing I find is I'm fucking wearing out the carpet around the coffee table, thinking I'm
that an opioid?
Cleaning the house.
Oh, it's not an opioid. I'm sorry, it's a meth.
You over here loves Adderall, but again,
don't get mad.
I don't understand about the focus thing because I'm focused on just everything.
Yeah.
But so that's what Kratom does. Kratom just kind of
affects different people different ways.
I've never seen it. Is it illegal here in Las Vegas?
No.
Kratom's good here.
It's there. It's out and about.
You know what's weird to me is what did we just figure out? You can't smoke. What is it? Delta 8 is
Delta 8 is banned.
Is legal in Texas, but weed is illegal. But here, Delta 8 is illegal, but weed is legal. Like, I just don't understand. I think everybody at some point is just gonna fucking finally come to fucking grips that they're gonna make every drug just legal, and maybe people would quit abusing them all.
Well, I think that the Delta distinction, I think, comes from the fact that it is legal to smoke regular weed here. So, the cannabis people, they really don't want the Delta people coming in and taking any part of their...
I bet. So I bet it is. Probably is. You know what? I mean, I actually tried it. She had one of her sponsors from New York, and I think it said 600 milligram, and I did break it in half, and I feel like I slept for like 14 hours, but the thing is I didn't like it. I didn't like wake up feeling refreshed or anything. I woke up feeling even more tired, but I was like, damn, I mean, it worked. It put you out for sure, but I don't know. I think it's the same with the Delta 8 because, a company, shout out to one of our sponsors, Fuego, they said they have a 5,000 milligram gummy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you know what we should do, Domo Monster.
What is that?
Since it's taking these guys a year to pull the trigger, we need to have Matt and Arifon both eat a 5,000 milligram, and then see who goes to sleep.
See who cocaine.
See who can stay awake.
Yeah.
See who can stay awake, and whoever
eat
stays
a gummy,
awake,
chug a cocaine,
and whoever stays awake can be our sponsor.
Well, you would need a camera in my hotel room because you'd see me crying and asking for my mama if I ate that.
Yeah, I'm like, when you go 5,000 milligram, that may be why Delta 8's having a problem here. That's getting a. Yeah, I asked. I was like, how do you even eat that? Oh, you just bite a little piece off it. Okay, well, who controls that? You bite one. Oh, that's good. You know, they're so good, gummies, that you just want to eat the whole thing to begin with.
Yeah, who eats a bite of a gummy?
That's right. I can't do cookies. I can't do any Rice Krispie, none of that, because I just like snacks.
Yeah, and that's what gummies feel exactly like, snacks. I'm actually going to give my mom one of those 500 milligrams. She's a surviving cancer patient, and so she can only eat gummies. But it's funny, you know, I give her the bought ones from the real dispensaries that are 10 milligram.
Yeah.
She's like, I got to eat the whole fucking pack just to feel anything. I'm like, all right, Mom. I think she's been token since 15.
So what, type of, marketing that does cocaine do? Because I used to work for Crunk Energy Drink.
Yeah.
And, man, that shit was the best because I was working at Hooters at the time, and I went to, a college party. And then this guy was like, hey, he's like, do you want a job with an energy drink company? And I was like, maybe. And he's like, we pay $25 an hour. And I was like, all right. And then he was like, and then it was his son, and I called the dad, and he was like, yeah, we'll pay you $25 an hour, give you a company car, give you a company credit card.
Yeah, that's pushing it with the
and
Hooters.
Then he was like, do you got friends? And I was like, hell yeah. I was like, I work at Hooters. I got a bunch of friends. And he was like, okay. And so he it was almost like too good to be true. He sent us to gas stations or bars, and then we had to do promos. But literally would put us in this FJ that was covered in Crunk energy.
Those
drink.
FJ Cruisers.
Yeah, and then yeah, and it was cool because at the time I was 19, 20, and I'm like, who the fuck is giving me a fucking keys to the car?
So you probably being in Atlanta, that was a Little John product, right?
Oh yeah.
So I mean, obviously Little John has a lot going on. But my question there is what do you think made that fail, or did he just stop doing it, or
I have no idea. I always wondered that. Myself.
I've offered. I haven't got to speak to Brad Lee about, but I've spoke to a lot of people about this, and they're like, oh, it's like anything else. It's like when you go into a beverage industry, there's so much stuff out there.
Yeah. So
what made you the believer, and how did you become involved with cocaine to?
So I actually worked for a gaming company in Georgia. It's called Redemption Gaming in Georgia. You can have
that Indian casino.
No. You can have slot machines in gas stations or restaurants and bars. You just can't redeem for cash. So you have to redeem and you can't redeem for guns, alcohol, tobacco, all that kind of stuff. So basically, if you have it in the gas station, if you don't consign your gas, then you can redeem for gas. Meaning, if you're the gas station, you pay for all the gas that goes in the reservoir. You can redeem for gas or inside the store, anything like that. So I was working for a company that ran a bunch of those machines doing their accounting. I'm an accountant by degree and trade. And so Farouk, my boss, bought this company.
Farouk be buying up everything.
Oh, yeah. He bought up everything. We had 28 employees, and he kept me and one other guy. That was about it.
Hey, and that's a lot. So I'm guessing Farouk is Indian.
He is.
And if he kept you, you're the cool white guy then.
Yeah, I'm the token white guy in the office.
Yeah.
That's what I tell them all the time. They'll make a decision that I don't agree with. It's because I'm white. I know. I see how it is. But they take it well. They give it right back to me, but. Anyway, I was working there. He kept me, so I started working for him doing that, and then just kind of eased into doing different things for him. And then when he bought this, just kind of jumped on board. And I'm excited about the challenge, like you said, of getting a drink off the ground, getting it into refrigerators. And
it's a lot of work. Like when she reminded me of this Crunk thing, it really made me think, I'm like, damn, Little John's a big name.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember seeing crunk girls and cars and all kinds of shit.
Dude, we were going to like volleyball tournaments.
So I'm like, it's kind of like
Racing.
saying I'm doing an athletic line in my competitions, Nike, Reebok.
Yeah.
So it's a tough game.
It is. The trump card we have on everyone is that name.
Yeah.
That trademarked cocaine name. I mean, it's just something
It
that
always makes people smile.
even
too.
when you see it,
Makes
even
me
if
smile.
you're not interested in picking it up, you see it, you stop
Yeah.
and you look at it like, hey, what is this?
I think, honestly, and what people have said here, like the whole presentation of it, I feel like it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
The can, it looks nice. It looks like it's high quality. It's very good. I've never
Yeah.
tried this peach kind.
It's good. I like it.
That's what I said. It's either what's weird is I'm like, with Red Bull being around for so long, I can't even drink Red Bull, and I'm like, I don't know, maybe because I drank too much as whatever, and can't touch Monster. I was doing Rockstar for a little bit,
Rockstar.
but I'm like, I just tried this for the first time today, this peach, and I can honestly say it is better than all the above.
Yeah, it's very light. We try to keep them from being, too syrupy, too sugary. Even if you
Yeah.
look at the sugars, there's sugar in those, but it's not that much. It's far less than most other energy drinks. And then we also have our sugar-free citrus flavor now, which is completely sugar-free, and 2 more sugar-free flavors coming out this summer.
Now, have you guys been with, like I said, I know it's a really tough game, obviously, to get into a nightclub or a bar, being that Red Bull. I feel like Red Bull has a monopoly on everything. I see Monster once in a blue moon, but has any bars picked this up and mixed up certain little drink concoctions or?
Not yet. We haven't gotten into bars.
I feel like you need here's the deal. I feel like for this to be successful, one of the ideas I had is obviously you get in a festival.
Yep.
And then, when you get in a festival, I feel like it would be very worthwhile to get with not just a regular bartender, but an actual mixologist.
Mixologist, yes.
And you have them start putting together concoctions with these flavors.
Yep.
And I feel like it'll sell itself.
That's something we're already working on back in Atlanta.
Yep.
We have some mixologists working with it right now, trying to come up with drinks. And,
Yeah, I know it's hard, like the whole bar thing, just like out here the casino thing.
Yeah.
The steps, and they would again no, even though everybody in the casino is doing cocaine, but they'd be like no. But I do feel like, I feel like a good step would be, to aim towards festivals and then just make them believers of, it's like they have to try
Possibly.
Yeah.
it,
And that's what in Atlanta here in end of March, we're going to be doing kind of a launch party.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're going to be going around to different bars, nightclubs, things like that, we're obtaining permission to do.
Yep.
And kind of introduce it that way.
Yeah, and you
That's
know
pretty
what?
cool.
Regardless of what their contracts are, so say they're in a life contract with Red Bull, which I don't think anybody's in life. The fact that you got that little minute to introduce it.
Yeah.
Everybody who tries it, like I said, whether it's ever in that bar again or not, they're gonna go look for it.
Yeah,
'Cause they're gonna be like, oh my god, that peach with the whatever vodka and da da da. So it doesn't matter if you end up back in that bar.
Right.
They're gonna go find it at the store. They're gonna do just like we said, like where can I get it at?
Yep. And that's the beauty of the name is, you're not going to forget the name cocaine. Not that you're going to forget, some of the other energy drinks, but cocaine, you're not going to forget that.
Nope.
And it's something, and when you taste it, everybody's like, oh, it's gimmicky. It's got a cool name. How is it? And I just, I sat here and watched all of you guys try it for the first time. And I could kind of see all your eyes kind of raise up like, hey, that's actually pretty good. Like you were almost surprised.
Not bad.
I actually wasn't surprised.
Like
'cause-
Rockstar, every time I drink that one has like an aftertaste.
Yeah.
And Monster, I just feel like I'm tasting like poison.
Monster feels like you're drinking straight sugar right down your throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is I didn't even have to taste this one today. When I did it a year ago.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just good. It's just right. I didn't feel too strong, not too strong. Like, haven't drank a full can yet, but I had to savor those. I'm like, if we never see this guy again, we're gonna save these cans till they become famous.
Yeah, we got pretty good at the phone tag hide and seek for a while there, but
Yeah.
what was it?
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, you and I got on the phone. Gosh, I was at home. It was from 1 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the morning. We talked on the phone.
Yep.
I know.
I had to get down. I had to get down to business.
We were supposed to like party this weekend.
Look, I'm an old man.
Hey, I said, hey,
I did text him, and then like the day he texts me, that's when I'm finally going to sleep.
hey, I say it was funny. I said, I'm in my mid to upper 40s. And I did that thing, and I'm like, listen, you know, when somebody gets real excited, everybody gets excited to come to Vegas, and I'm like, then that time zone smacks him in the face, and I'm like, he's got good intention, but I'm like, I don't think he's gonna make it past 10.
I kept hitting him
10
up.
is
I
one.
was like, "What's up?
Yeah.
What's up?"
I might have been a little bit deep in the Jameson when we talked that night.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I remember everything we
Hey,
said.
speaking of Jameson, have you tried that Jameson orange right there? That shit is
I have. It's really good.
really good.
Yeah.
Again, that's what I said. Like, I wouldn't have known. They were sponsoring the Golden Knights. Went to a hockey game.
Okay.
That was the only drink you could get. I drank it. Now I'm like hooked on it. I'm like, oh my god, this is.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
And again, that's why I said you get that one chance.
Right.
Somehow somebody got in there, got them to make that. How do you make that the only alcohol at a fucking hockey game? What did you have to pay for that? But they did it, and now you know. And that's all I feel. You know that you need to do is it's just the more people you get it in front of,
right,
and the more people that try it, everything else would just go away. I believe.
Yeah, there was a you guys have seen, I don't know if I'm allowed to say his name yet, but you guys have seen the guy on TikTok that has the eyes that kind of pop out of his head.
Oh, our video guy, just the black guy?
Yes.
Yeah, our video guy got him on video over this past weekend. I don't know what his name is, but
Oh, he did it.
he did the eyes.
I
Our
didn't
video
see
team
him.
he was at the convention.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he's like a black guy, a normal guy, and he's sitting there talking. All of a sudden, he's like, boom, and his eyes pop. Is that real?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man,
Yes.
I was looking like, okay, is he got fake eyes in? Like, what's going on?
He did.
Our video team got him.
He did several videos with us yesterday at the show.
Wow.
You know, and he's got I don't know, approaching 8 million followers on TikTok.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen
and,
people
you know,
do that.
Yeah, it's I don't know,
Audition?
I've actually got a picture.
look at. I'm just gonna show a quick little.
Oh.
So that's our production people shooting the video.
Okay, yeah, he's got that one on his.
Yeah, so this was just at TPE. What? Watch his eyes, Domo. Like, how do you do that? Like, hey.
It just comes right out.
Oh my god.
Hey, so if this guy, listen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I saw Earth with him.
Hey, if you
Earth was with him at TPE.
if you had, that's how I feel
Holy
like when
shit.
people did their first real line of cocaine. That's kind of how their eyes. That's kind of how their eyes get. So he'd be a phenomenal brand ambassador. But no, I didn't see him. I didn't see him in person. Our video team caught him. I watched it. I was like, whoa. And I was like, all right, is that like a magic trick? Is that real?
No, he opens his eyes up like that, and those things just pop right out. And I tell you, he's a super nice guy. Oh, just the nicest guy. He hung out with us and talked. And
Can you imagine if you were like his wife or girlfriend, and or when
Every
you
time
first
he
or you first
came.
met him, he's like, and his,
Every time he busts a nut.
hey, I know.
Talk about fodder for a fetish room.
Yeah.
Oh my
sorry.
God, that's an eyeball
It just
fetish.
happens. That might be. That might be a thing.
Yeah. So no. So I mean, yeah. I mean, it's getting obviously with influencers like that. Where are you guys the most popular at?
Right now, we're probably biggest. We got big distros in Chicago, Louisville, and Atlanta. Obviously, we got some guys up in the New York City area.
If it's making it in Chicago, it should make it in Detroit.
Yeah, and we
Follow
actually have a distributor in the Michigan area, in the Detroit area.
Yeah.
I mean, it's starting to pop. I mean, like I said, I think I mentioned to you the guy in Louisville. He ordered got his first order delivered a couple of weeks ago. We saw him at the show yesterday.
Nice.
And he said, I wasn't too sure about this. I wasn't sure if it was going to move. He said, now I already need to make another order. He said, I'm so shocked that it's moving like it is. I thought people would be scared of it. But that whole climate's changing.
It's
You know,
changing.
it's
I would
changing
not see
quick.
this can and be like, oh, I'm scared of it. I'd be like, oh, I want to try it.
Yeah.
Hey, but if Coke technically back in the day was in Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
bad
Yeah.
would it be? Not that.
Yeah.
No?
They have a contract with like a pharmaceutical manufacturer, so there is still like
Oh shit!
Wow.
That's why you like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that is why I drink Coke. Exactly.
I know I get dirty looks in Atlanta, you know, the home of Coca-Cola, because I actually like Pepsi better.
Is that the home of Coca-Cola
Oh,
in
yeah.
Atlanta?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I didn't
Oh,
even
yeah.
know that.
Corporate headquarters.
You know what's crazy is I've actually been, I don't even know why I started drinking cherry Pepsi. And for some reason, it's actually making me not like Coke anymore. And it's weird because I'm really big on Coke.
I used to like cherry Pepsi, but I've totally cut soda out of my
Yeah,
diet.
well, that's why you're skinny and I'm not. Because 20
Yeah,
years?
no. What did
Oh
I?
my God,
When did
good for
I
you.
give it up? I gave it up in about like 2010, 11 ish.
Wow. Hugh, do you still play basketball?
No.
Well, the hell, you can start drinking soda again.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta get.
now it's been so long.
Hey, yeah, you know something I did notice? Like, I have bad anxiety. And so I tell people I sip soda because it calms my stomach.
Yeah.
I eat a vitamin, I got to sip soda. But I have stopped for, a month to 2 months. Definitely noticed a shift in weight. And,
Yeah.
Once it's out of your system, I guess just like any other drug, you don't crave it as much. But then you creep back and you're right back where you...
Yeah, I was in LA when I first moved in LA, and like all the fear mongers. I mean, they educated me on Monsanto and all this stuff, but yeah, I just like watched these videos talking about like all the toxic shit that's in like food and stuff that we eat, and also the energy. And I did a challenge to myself. I was like, I'm just gonna like cut out soda and always go to like water or juice and something. And then it was just like a few months went by, and then like a couple years went by, and I'm like, I'm fucking good. I don't need none of this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It's
If
like that and chips and stuff like that.
you can do it, that's wonderful.
But to be fair, I'm not advocating not drinking soda, because this is a carbonated beverage that we're trying to sell.
Well,
here, so.
I mean, that's why I don't mind drinking
I'm an energy
that.
drink person.
I don't mind drinking those because at least I'm like, well, at least I cut out soda.
Yeah.
So now I can drink this. Because I do. At work, like at the strip club, I need an energy drink.
Oh, yeah. I can
I
imagine.
I do one energy drink or a coffee. So today was coffee for me, so I don't drink an energy drink. But I find when I drink the energy drink, then I don't need soda.
Right.
I'll keep it. And, the energy drink of choice right now, I've been doing the Celsius. But
Yeah.
to be honest with you, I mean, it's not even close. I don't know how this is, how you feel when you drink the whole can, but Celsius is not a really good taste. It's kind of like the healthy, I guess, version of
Yeah.
the energy drink, but
Yeah.
not that popping. And it's called Celsius, so fuck that.
Probably need some cocaine in the strip club.
Yeah.
Listen, we would love to get cocaine in the strip
Hey,
club.
do you guys still have the pink pony out there?
I know that it's still there. There was a couple of locations. I know one of them closed.
Magic City still out there?
I think Magic City's still there. I've never actually
Magic
been,
City-
believe it or not.
Yeah, we
of
just had
course.
God, I just went mind blank.
Magic City
Oh,
Tacos.
say his name though. What's the whoop? There it is. Tag team.
Tag team.
But I'm trying to think of
David
this.
Glenn.
DC Glenn.
DC Glenn.
Yeah, so DC Glenn, who did the song Whoop There It Is,
Yeah.
he's from Atlanta, and that's where he started out in Magic City. And so it's funny, one of the clips that we had on there, we tagged Magic City, and they liked it.
Oh, yeah.
But he said that was the premier urban strip club.
Well, I want to say, and I could be wrong about this, but didn't Cardi B work at Magic City?
No, Cardi B worked in New York.
Oh, it was New York. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
I
Then.
mean, I don't know. Maybe
apologize,
she
Cardi B, for getting
did,
that
but
wrong.
nah, she's a New Yorker. She was working in the Bronx.
Okay.
How do you know she didn't fly out to the ATL to get in that
I mean,
Magic City?
actually,
Possible.
she did dance for Fabulous, and I don't know, is Fabulous from the ATL?
I think Fabulous from North Carolina. isn't
Oh,
he?
okay, never mind.
I'm not sure.
Then I don't know. We need to go
I'm not
down
sure
It's
this.
something
like his
crazy.
music.
Yeah,
I like this.
I remember
music for sure.
Fabulous did one of his first shows in Flint. I was at a bar called Bugsy's, and it was crazy. He was on there. I think Baby was performing when they were the Big Timers, and they literally he had Fabulous had stage fright. And they had to be like, bro, get your fucking ass the fuck out there. And once he did, he was fine. But
Yeah.
he had anxiety,
Whoa.
stage fright. I watched it. I was just like, holy cow, this is crazy.
FABOUS.
Yeah, he's still tinkering around. I still hear his
Yeah.
name here and there, but ATL's got a lot of good music. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to get one of these. All you need is one of these music
Need a
people
banger.
to grab this can of cocaine, and you'll be on your way. Maybe would be a good advocate of this.
Well, if you're looking ATL wise, I've always thought Ti might be pretty good.
Ooh.
Shout out to Ti.
Yeah, Ti's got the beef going on right now too. So
Trap, yeah, boozy.
yeah, he can fucking pop that cocaine and go off.
Boozy's like, you snitching?
Yeah. Oh yeah, remember they said Ti had a paperwork party. So Ti had a paperwork party where he brought his paperwork from the court to prove he wasn't snitching on nobody.
Oh,
And he invited
God.
Boozy, but Boozy didn't show up.
Of
But I'm like,
course.
what do you think? He's just gonna pop in? Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, Charleston White. he pulls up. I got my mace. Hey, that guy right there would be a
Who's
good.
Charleston White?
He's that fucking crazy guy. He's going off on everybody. One saying Jay Prince. He's out of Dallas,
Oh, okay.
but going off saying Jay Prince and them aren't mobsters, and he's stirring up the internet. Is what that guy's doing. Oh, he's on fire. He would be a great advocate for a cocaine energy drink. He could be like, boom. He's like the Prince family. They ain't no
What
fucking
about
mob.
White Boy Rick?
White boy Rick.
Yeah. You got some connections there, True?
Yeah, I got some white boy Rick.
We had him in the studio
Yeah, but white boy Rick came through.
during MJ Biz.
Oh yeah.
And he's doing great. He's
Cannabis.
he's in the cannabis game.
Yeah.
I've
I've watched the documentary once or twice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
he said, we didn't, when he came in, we asked, he didn't really want to go down that road. And I don't know
That's
about
fair.
He said there, there's a documentary and a movie. He said the movie is very upset. They
It's
bullshitted.
Hollywood.
Oh,
They
yeah.
bullshitted a lot of stuff that wasn't. One of the big things I know they said in there that his dad was an informant, and he said his dad was never an informant.
Yeah.
But they just, it's Hollywood. They shifted it, but he said he thought, when they came, the producer spent a lot of time with them. Even Matthew McConaughey, I guess, came and spent some time with them. And he just said, when the movie came out, it was bullshit.
Yeah.
So he was upset about it. But when you think about that, that's to get a cocaine charge at 17, and he said his co-defendant was 16.
Yeah.
They did 33 years in prison. So people murder people and get out in 15 or less. And here's these kids, 33 years, the longest. So he actually has a very good statement. He does a cannabis line now called the 8th, and the 8 is handcuffs. And what he says is it stands for the 8th Amendment, which is cruel and unusual punishment.
Yep.
And so, he's out. He's been out a couple years. He's doing better than most people that I know who have never went in. But he's doing good things. So where do you so do you see this energy drink getting out here in Vegas?
We do. We're looking for a distributor out here right now.
How do you guys? So when you're here for Champs or like this show that just passed, is there people? Would you say they're hidden here? Like, yo, where can we get this shit? How do we get it?
Absolutely. Every time we're out here for Champs, ASD, whatever, everybody, all right, we got to get this in our shop on the strip. Where can we pick it up? Like, well, we're looking for a big distro, talking to a couple of people, just hasn't come through yet. And they're like, well, whenever you get it, I've got all their information. They're like, send them my info, tell them I'll come over and pick it up as soon as they put it in the warehouse. And that's what we're looking for.
So you were telling me on the phone, I don't know how you said it, if you were saying B2B or whatever, most of the stores that would carry it, like obviously, this is what I think, outside of smoke shops and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't see why, the biggest gas stations out here are Terribles, which are Chevrons.
Yeah.
I don't see why they wouldn't. Like I said, they all carry Liquid Death.
Right.
Now, like I've seen Liquid Death, and I just saw it in Target the other day. I don't know if Target would go for it, but I'm like, I don't see why all the gas stations wouldn't pick it up in Vegas. I'm positive actually that they would.
Yep.
And then like you said, the B2B, if it was me, I'm still considering. I was actually going to get advised by our boy Brad Lee. I want to hear what he thinks of how it shakes out. He's a very straightforward dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it sells itself.
Yeah, and that's what we're, it's kind of what we're counting on. But also, we don't want to make the big push, to get it in every gas station. And, might not be the right way to think, but we don't want to make that big push, make that big pitch. It gets shot down, and then all of a sudden we've blown our wad. We don't even have a chance to get it out there. We'd rather creep it in a little bit at a time, get some visibility out there, get some buzz, and then make that pitch. And,
well, I think something that, like I said, with anything, I think it's who it is. I mean, we have a friend who does credit card processing, and I said, it's a very touchy thing. I said, but you go on feeling. Right. So again, it's like, who is that guy that's going to walk into that gas station and ask them, Terrible's is massive out here.
Right.
You get cleared by them, you're in.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I feel like it's an emotional, whoever you're talking to, the owner, the dad, the brother, whoever owns these Terribles, it just comes down to whether they like you or not, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the product sells itself. It's like, oh, is cocaine energy drink going to sell in Vegas? Of course it is.
Oh, absolutely.
Why wouldn't we try it? But, I look forward to, I'm definitely going to see what I can do. I've already shooken up a few people.
Definitely get it in some parties.
Yeah. I think some private parties. I mean, there's a lot of places, like I said, festivals, a lot of these cannabis parties.
Yeah.
These cannabis parties aren't regulated, obviously, by very much. But those would be good.
Yeah, the only thing you can't have at a cannabis party is Delta 8.
Oh, wow. I mean, you probably can't have the real cocaine, but people have that in there, too. But, I'm like, if you're going to go down one road, you might as well go down them all.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So outside of this, so how long have you been involved with these guys?
Been involved with these guys for about the past 2 years, just doing this particular project. I've been with the company, the owner of the family of companies for it'll be 6 years in May.
So they like you.
Yeah, been around for a while. Either I'm good at what I do or they like me. One of the two. Either one, I don't care.
Yeah. So what's the next move? You're just still trying to get distribution down, and
yeah, we're trying to get distro down. We're upping our production. We produce in Andover, New Jersey right now.
Yeah.
So that's where everything ships out of to start with. Of course, as we grow this way, we're going to have other places, where it's produced so we don't have to ship it across the country all the time.
And do you guys do anything with, like, I saw you guys having, like, cocaine, like, promo models. Do you guys do anything with models other than the shows?
Just at the shows, we have done a few around Atlanta where our office is. We have done a few, where they'll travel out to, like parks or festivals,
cool.
gas stations, things like that, and kind of post up, with the big blow-up balloons that you saw, the big blow-up cans.
Yeah, I told them I need one of those big blow-up cans for the studio.
Yeah, which I'm going to work on getting him one of those because we got several. But yeah, that would look good standing up in the corner.
I know, it sure would. I could throw kicks at it, try my MMA with it.
Hell yeah, like those sock'em bags you used to have when you were little. Just beat the shit
Oh,
out of
the
it.
sock'em boppers. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Fill with sand in the bottom. You just hit it. It keeps coming back up, whacking you.
Yeah. Hey, one of my friends that that actually has a distribution place for this that we'll talk about. He owns a furniture store called Holy Sheets, and he's been sending me ever since I talked to him. He's sending me this story of Cocaine Bear.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever hear that? Dude, he has me down this rabbit hole, and I'm like, stop sending me.
What?
So there's this story of this bear. Yeah. These guys were flying cocaine, and they were being followed by the feds. So the guy started pushing with parachutes the cocaine, dropping it over the United States or whatever.
Yep.
Well, somehow or another, a black bear found it, ate it, and then it said the bear started running and then fucking went into cardiac arrest. But then when the feds, the guy who was trafficking, yeah, they said, so Eric sends me this shit, and I'm thinking it's just some fucking funny bullshit meme. No, there's a whole fucking story behind it.
There's a movie.
There's a, yeah, no, he did.
What?
Yeah. And so the bear, like Eric was like, if I could get cocaine bear for the store, that would be the shit.
What?
So what they did was the feds, the guy who was trafficking, his fucking parachute didn't open. So he died in somebody's yard. And then when they found out it was him, they went back and he had a friend that lived, and they didn't charge his friend because they said his friend he told his friend they were going to the Bahamas. So he didn't know what was going on. So long story short, they did an autopsy on the bear, the feds, and his whole stomach was filled with cocaine.
Oh my God.
So then they did a taxidermy or whatever. They stuffed it, and it's been shipped all over. People buy it, and it's just.
Oh, I feel so bad for the bear.
Some drug lord had it out in his house here. I think that's where it got shipped.
Well, and I can't say much, but there have been discussions with the movie people about a possible.
Look at that shit.
Well, it's out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in some of the stuff that they're doing, there have been
Pablo Escobar.
talks. Pablo Escobar.
Chattahoochee?
Yeah, but Eric's.
Chattahoochee
So this-
Natural Forest?
Yeah, it's in damn Georgia. Oh,
Yeah.
it died in Georgia.
Yeah.
It died.
Died in Georgia. It's in Lexington, Kentucky
Oh.
right now.
So this bear domo has been everywhere, like he said. So
This is the bear.
that's the bear.
That's the guy.
So sad.
So, man. So
Smokey the bear.
you said you were married,
I am.
and how many kids you got?
4 kids.
What are the ages?
Boys.
My daughter is
Oh.
24. My oldest son is 22. My middle son is 16, and my youngest son is 10.
Okay.
Damn.
I just wanted to make you think about that.
Yeah,
Congrats, Dad.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Do-
good.
Quite a-
I'm good
quite
at
a
one
pack.
thing.
Do they drink cocaine energy drink?
Whenever I can bring it home, they do. Yeah,
They do.
Yeah. I try not to give it to them too close to bedtime. Well,
Yeah.
the older 3 really don't have bedtimes, but the younger one, yeah, I gotta.
Yeah, that's quite a gap. You're on your way to stardom after the 10-year-old.
Yeah,
8 more years.
He was a big surprise. We had everything done to prevent that from happening, and he still showed up. So we figure
That's that miracle baby.
we figure he's here for something.
Yeah.
Sure.
How have the shows been for you, like Champs and
Champs was good. Champs was really good. We stopped in at TPE just on Friday, and it was a little slower, but it was the last day, and it was only about an hour from close, so it's
it
naturally
was
going
a
to
pretty
be slower.
cracking
Yeah, and
place. Yeah.
ASD's been really slow, and we've had ASDs before that were just super good. This one was just third in a line of the same type
We're
of
just
show.
exhausted.
How many of these would you say you do a year? These conventions?
We do 4 out here. We do 1 in Florida. We do a couple of local ones. Up
Do you
and
do
down
the
East
Florida one
Coast.
that's happening this next weekend?
No, we do the Champs in Florida.
Champs in Florida.
Yeah, we do the Champs in Florida. So
Yeah.
we probably do 8 to 10 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are they, I mean, do you find, I mean, I know these booths are like ungodly costs. Are they beneficial? Are they?
Definitely with the cocaine. When she saw our booth set up here at this last Champs.
Yeah, I liked
I
it.
wish you'd have been able to make it by. You would have liked it.
I did. I saw the booth.
Oh, did you? See
I
it
did
this
make it
time?
by.
Okay.
Yeah. You were disappeared.
Oh, it disappeared.
I saw an
He was-
Indian guy. He sent
was
you a
there.
message. Yeah, I was there. I just
Oh,
popped
okay.
in.
Okay.
I literally popped in, came to your booth, and popped out.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry I missed you, and I apologize for that.
Yeah.
But,
You're probably drinking and.
But yeah, no,
Or-
not while I'm working. Not till the last hour or so, anyway.
yeah.
But no, they help with the visibility, especially the way we did, the big,
Yeah.
the big signs and boards and things like that, because
Guys
people can
definitely
see it.
invest into the booth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people can see it without having to go stand over there. And a lot of people, even though they go to a trade show, they really don't want to talk to anybody. So they want to know about the product, and you say hello, and they just kind of give you the side eye look, like you can't see me, I'm not here.
So do people actually go there? I mean, are they something I noticed? We were in a booth with Fuego, and I saw a guy sitting there, and it's like, are you really taking orders? Like, is it just like,
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
saw them taking big time orders, and I just, like I said, I don't really see that when I'm in the convention, but I saw a guy was sitting off to the side with a computer and was like, brrr. I
Yeah.
just orders people were placing.
Oh yeah, always
Yeah.
placing orders.
That's why they.
And what we found lately with the cocaine, since we started featuring it, is everybody goes to those shows looking for that one different or new thing. And, you know, with that, that's just kind of been it at the last few shows. I had a gentleman from Mississippi. He walked up at the Champ show where we met, and he said, look, I come to these shows, I look for one thing. He said, you're it. He said, so let's do this. And I was like, yes, sir, let's go. And so we, got together, got the order done, and now he buys from me all the time. I got a text from him today for another 100-case order, and he has 3 or 4 smoke shops.
So is it
He
very
puts it in there.
expensive? So say somebody from here, placed an order for whatever 50 cases.
Mhm.
Is it? I mean, does that make the can outrageously expensive?
The shipping, from if we have to ship it from Atlanta out here, it's going to make it a little more expensive. You can still make money on it.
Yeah.
But shipping is our biggest challenge right now. That's why we need big distros spread out so people can have it there, go pick it up without all that additional shipping costs.
So here's the question. So if me and Domo Monster here got involved into this cocaine, you think we'd be successful
Absolutely.
as being the first distributor out here?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think we could get a company car and I could send some OnlyFans girls in
Listen.
cocaine outfits?
Listen, I think that is an extreme possibility. You start churning out truckloads, I mean, that's what we're looking for. The sky's the
Yeah.
limit at that
Do a
point.
little product placement.
Yeah. And if you're first and you're moving it, there's incentives that
Fuck yeah.
there are incentives to be had
Yeah. No, I believe
and
that.
to be debated and discussed.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, where can people find you on social media? Or
So
find,
on So on
Yeah.
Instagram you're gonna be at Hype Beverages, HYPE Beverages. That's our parent company name. Same on TikTok, and then website is gonna be drinkcocaine.com.
okay. And
That's
then
right.
Where can
Drinkcocaine.com.
they find you at Domo Monster?
Domo Monster 7 on IG.
And I can be found at the Green Room Radio. And so before we go here, I'm gonna spin this wheel, and I'm just gonna say, just due to the fact that this guy's married with kids, I'm gonna say,
What?
has Matt ever done real cocaine at some point in his life, even if he was a young guy?
Huh.
Oh, hold on.
What?
Here we go. We got the spin. Has he done it?
I'm interested to see this answer.
Ask mom.
No.
Borderline.
Ask-
Absolutely yes.
Yeah,
I think
and I think my mom enjoys the margarita or 12 per day. So if you asked her, she would be like, "Oh hell yeah, he's
She'd be
done it."
like, hell yeah.
Listen, man, I can tell you before we peace out here that I do believe that almost everybody's tried it once.
Ah,
On that note, peace out.
All right, thanks guys.
thank you.